2014 Infiniti Q50 hybrid, driving around 10-20 miles an hour. There's a squeaking sound coming from wheels. When you brake in, there is no sound, and when you drive in higher speed, there is no sound, which made me believe that the issue is time for brake pads replacement. Vehicle has 95,000 miles. I know for sure that in the last 20-25,000 miles, brake pads were not replaced. So in this video, I'm gonna do the rear brake pads, and in future videos, I'll do the front. Subscribe to my channel if you wanna see the front later on. As far as brake pads, there are a bunch of options. I decided to go with Akebono brake pads for a couple of reasons. It is original manufacturer brake pads, and also what I love about them is, as you can see here, zero brake dust. Just for comparison, right here, 2010 Infiniti G37, some aftermarket brake pads, and look at the dust on the front and on the rear. Once again, look at the front, zero brake dust, or almost zero. If you look closely, you could find a little bit. And those wheels were never washed. At least for last 2 years, they were not washed. Some of the lug nuts in pretty bad shape, so I have to use 22 instead of size 21 to get them loosened. That's pretty bad. I bought a kit before, bunch of lug nuts. I'll give you a link in Amazon. It works for Infiniti Q50 and for Infiniti G37. So only thing we're replacing is pads, so we don't have to remove as much stuff. And we'll start by removing those two 14mm bolts. I'll try to use my impact wrench, see if it's gonna do the job. We did remove the top one with no issues at all. Let's try the bottom one. Didn't remove it for some reason, but it's out. Can use brake parts lubricant, and I got the brake pads. I got on Amazon, open box. It looks like it's just brand new. I think I paid about 45-50 bucks for it. Let's remove the pads. Definitely worn, definitely time for a replacement. Same thing on this one. And remove these metal brackets. So new one comes with two styles, with this little thing and without. By looking at old ones, it doesn't have anything here, so that's what we're gonna use. This one gonna go on that side. Before I do that, I'm gonna use this brake parts lubricant. Gonna put a bit on edges, just a little bit. And here. And the same thing on this side. I'm gonna have to use a brake compressor tool because I need to push this piston in. Piston is completely depressed. Now I'm gonna put more brake lubricant on this one. And on this one. Gonna hand tighten the top bolt. I think the bottom one is just not removable. So I'm gonna tighten this one on the top. I'm gonna use a regular wrench too to make sure it's tight. It's definitely tight. So this side is done. Just gonna put wheel back on with some new lug nuts. Like I see, only one of those feels good. The rest I'm gonna use the new ones. Loosely secure it. Lug nuts torque spec is 80 foot. Alright, this side is done. That was very easy. Okay, let's see how many of those lug nuts are good. Sounds good for now. Good for now. Those two are not good. It's starting to rain, so I'll try to finish it as soon as possible. I'm gonna check again. I'm gonna try to remove bolt on the bottom, see if it's gonna come off. And it doesn't, so I guess Infiniti made it where this one not removable. So I'm gonna take off this one. Gonna completely take it off just like another side. And try to slide it out. And it's out. Same thing. Definitely time for replacement. Another one. Just gonna make sure metal bracket doesn't touch the rotor. By the way, if you ever wonder where that squeaking noise coming from, see this metal right here? It looks like this one just broke off. But this one on the other side, it was still there. That definitely was making a noise. Let's now compress the piston. Looks good. Let's put this one in. Gonna put lubricant on this one too. And tighten it. You can use a wrench or impact wrench, whichever you want. Gonna put wheel back on. Just like last time, I'll just gonna secure just a little bit. Now I'm gonna secure the lug nuts with a torque wrench to 80-81 foot-per-pound. Pretty much all set. One thing I forgot and kind of didn't do right is, you see where I put the brake lubricant. You don't have to put it where it's not touching the metal, so I'll probably just remove this portion with a rag. I don't think it'll get on the road or cause any more issues, but just for peace of mind, I'll just remove that part. And obviously, before you start driving, push on brakes a couple times to make sure that pistons are aligned with the brake pad. Well, hopefully this video was helpful to you. As I said before, instead of using aftermarket other brake pads, I always use Akebono, the original OEM. When it's time to replace those brake pads, I'm gonna use same thing, Akebono, just because I don't like to look at all this brake dust. I'll give you Amazon affiliate link at the bottom of this video if you wanna buy the same brake pads. Sometime in the future I'm gonna work on the front. Should be pretty easy as well. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. Subscribe if you wanna see more, and I'll see you next time.